Gordon, can we start with your injuries, if you have any at all? Scotland and Stephen Fletcher, would they be okay?
They're fine, yeah. Stephen's only started training yesterday. Gordon Greer he trained yesterday as well, so that's fine. So they're looking good.
How big a blow is it for you to lose what appeared to be your two first choice left backs to start the last two games?
Oh, I think I've said for a long time that we're very strong in the left back area, and there's been some good players being unfortunate not to play in the last year or so because of the form of some fantastic performances, especially our young left backs. So it wasn't a great concern. If it maybe had that kind of injury in certain other areas, then that would concern me, but that doesn't concern me at all.
You've got Scott Brown back in the squad. Can you just tell us what he's brought back in the short time you've been together ahead of this game?
Well, I've got to say that in that area as well, we feel quite strong. But he's added to that strength, physical strength as well, experience as well. But I've got to say in that area, that's not too bad, to be honest with you. We're quite happy with that area at the moment. We have some players playing at a right good level, in the Premiership especially. And as I say, Scott, he's playing in the Scottish Premiership, but also playing in the Champions League as well. So again, it's nice to have him back. But the players who've been playing in that area recently shouldn't be embarrassed with their performances, that's for sure.
In terms of his character, Brown's character, though, how good is it to have him around the place?
Oh, I've got a lot of good characters about the place. Don't worry about that. When we go into this game tomorrow, as a manager, you go to your bed and think, well, I think somebody will let me down. But this squad, no. Might they play terrifically well, but they'll give everything, honestly. This is a great group of lads to work with, so I never go to my bed thinking I'll be let down with somebody who doesn't take on responsibility, doesn't put 100% in. So I'm okay that way.
Could this, Gordon, this fixture be the perfect game to get things back on track?
Yeah, well, we've not been too pleased with the last two performances, that's for sure. But any game that we played after the last two games, we were desperate to try and catch up and make up ground again, because we lost ground in the last two games. So this game is a chance to catch up. It's a chance to make ourselves feel better about ourselves, because over the years, the last few years, we have felt decent about ourselves, felt we gave it our best effort, and so it's getting back to that level of feeling good about yourself.
What's got to change or what's got to improve?
Our work in the last third probably. We feel that even Slovakia game, we got good areas in the last third, but weren't clinical enough in that area. So that's what we'll be looking for. As I said, it's a matter of a couple of passes. 3 or 4 passes can make a big difference to team performances, that's for sure.
You talked about that improvement in the last third. This isn't an ordinary game. The fans have an edge, the players have an edge. Do you think that could make the difference, just the atmosphere?
Well, it could focus you, that's for sure. I couldn't give you a definitive answer on that, but it could focus you. It could spook a few people, it could focus a few people. But we're going to a game that, since we met up on Sunday evening, focus has been tremendous. They're oblivious to anything else but the game of football on Friday night. They feel that they feel pleased that they're the group that's got to be taking on England. They feel pleased that they're the group that are going to try and make up our points total again.
Do you sense something different in the build-up to this?
I've got to say, I'd love to say yeah, but I've got to say that every time I meet with this group of lads, I get the same intensity at the training, I get the same discipline, and I get the same desire. So that is unquestionable. Our ability at times in certain areas, it's up to us to improve on that. But I really couldn't. It's very hard to ask people to do more than 100%. Contrary to what football players say, they can give 110%. They can't. You can only give 100%, and that's what these lads give.
I think the England manager has said that he intends to have a chat with his players about the significance, the history of this fixture. Do you intend to have a similar conversation, or do you think it takes care of itself?
Well, I think my players are intelligent to understand the fixture. I don't think I have to show them anything. I think they know the fixture. Everybody knows the fixture. It's known throughout the world. so I don't have to show them importance. The importance of the game is not to be caught up in the emotion of the game. The importance to use your emotion and passion to run further than you've ever run before, to jump higher than you've ever jumped before, to concentrate more than you ever. I don't think you get too emotional, because if you get too emotional, then you can lose focus. So we're looking for that emotion and passion to play better than we've ever played before.
Gordon, you came here 3 years ago, lost 3-2 that night.
Yeah.
Scored a couple of good goals. What is
Great game, fantastic game.
what's changed and evolved, and what can you learn from that? Can you use?
Well, it was a period where we progressed for there, played some good football in different places. Really pleased with ourselves in the last 6 months, or the last 2 games especially, that the performance level has dipped in terms of finishing moves and final pass. We get that back, then we're back to the same, if not better than we were 3 years ago. But what a wonderful night that was. It was a great game of football. Everybody enjoyed it. Players, apart from me in the last couple of minutes when they scored from a set play.
In terms of the group as a whole, and in terms of the country, and for you as well personally, can you just sum up the magnitude of this game tomorrow?
There's different. It's different from different people. The fans take it different. Coaches take it different. Players take it different. We are the lucky people. The ones, especially the ones that are playing, the ones that are supporting are fantastic, because you throw yourself headlong into it and the game itself. The ones who find it a bit harder are the coaching staff. You've got to step back and have a look at it and really. I've been here as a supporter many times, and I've been here as a player, so it's different. I really enjoyed that as a player, and I really enjoyed it as a supporter, maybe too much. Management's a wee bit different. The enjoyment comes at the end of the game, I think, in management, where you get that glowy satisfaction if your teams perform well. So that's what we're looking to do. We cannot predict the result, but all we can do is deal with the performance.
Great cliche, but records are there to be broken. England undefeated in 32 competitive qualifiers. What a perfect time.
That's fantastic. It's absolutely terrific. Don't know what you press a moaning about with 32 undefeated games. You did well.
Do you buy the win or bust argument, or is it too early to say that?
You never know in football. Couldn't tell you that. All we are interested at this moment is throughout the week we've enjoyed the training and the challenge that's coming up, and we're going to enjoy the challenge that's there tomorrow. After the game, then we look at it and we have a look at the results elsewhere, and we take it from there.
In the build-up to this, Gordon, Charlie Adam had a few things to say. I think he talked about your selection process was fairly critical of it. Is that disappointing for you?
It's made no difference to me one little bit. I think everybody has an opinion. When I pick the team tomorrow, which is right, everybody will have an opinion about the team. When I pick the squad, everybody will have an opinion about the team. There's a lot of people who would love to be in the squad, that's for sure. But I've got to say that the group of players I've got here are truly magnificent, and anything that comes from elsewhere doesn't make any difference, really. I know we're all passionate to be in the squad, and that's good, but I can't answer everything. The main thing we are thinking about is the group of players we've got just now.
Okay, any final questions?
Yeah. You're sort of not doing that well in this group so far. What do you need to do to turn it around?
Well, we need to win tomorrow, and we'll level points with England.